Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Beansball Card Blog on not Twitter. Man, one of these days I'm gonna get that right. Beansball Card Blog on YouTube. I am Ken. For those of you that don't know my first name, I don't know that I've ever actually said it. Some of you may know because you follow me on Twitter or whatever the case may be. But so I wanted to get a quick video in tonight. I know I won't be able to do one tomorrow night. I'm super excited. Tomorrow I will be doing orientation, not for a job, but at the local dog shelter, well, animal shelter, where we adopted our three puppy girls from. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Pretty shortly after we lost Coquetta, our 150-pound Mastiff, we're coming up on 2 years. I had decided I wanted to do that. Just hadn't done it. I filled out the paperwork, man, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. Hadn't made it to an orientation yet. But going to go tomorrow after work and get that done. So who knows what I'll end up doing there. I will do whatever I can. We have 3 dogs. We can't take any more on. So I think this is the best way that I can do something to help those dogs. So, no video tomorrow night. Real quick, this video is going to be, I won a giveaway from Eddy's Baseball Autographs here on YouTube. I will show you, when I turn this around, I'll show you, what his page is and his Twitter handle, but he does a monthly giveaway of some TTM or just autographs that he has that don't really fit into his collection, and I was the fortunate winner. And then on top of that, he included a couple, well, actually 3 extras, and I love them. And I just want to show them off and basically say thanks, Eddy. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to turn this around and we'll take a quick look, and hopefully I'll get you out of here relatively shortly. All right, we're back. I'm going to do a little bit see those in front of you. I've been trying to, as I think about it, give some shout outs to some other channels that I found that I really enjoy. And I know it's a lot, but there's 12 there that I want to show you. Y'all probably follow. If you're watching me, you're probably watching quite a few of these already anyway. It would be hard for me to believe you're not watching any of them if you're watching me. So you see KBO Collections there. That is George. He is an American living in Korea. And on his channel, not only does he collect, American baseball, he's just opened, his last 2 videos have been Topps Gold Label, unless I've missed the newest one because I'm still a day or so behind watching videos. But he also opens and shows off a lot of Korean baseball organization cards, which I think is cool because it's just something that doesn't make its way over here. So definitely recommend you check that out. You'll see some different stuff. Ben G76 show, that's my buddy Ben. I know he's going to start doing some more content, or he said he's going to start doing some more content as time allows. But for right now, he shows off some mail days, and then he does breaks. He's the only person I break with. He has a Facebook group, but you just pay for the team. You don't pay for shipping, and you can just stack it and hold on to it, and that's what I do. And then he ships. I've had him ship, I think, the stuff that's coming now, I think he's probably had for about 4 or 6 weeks. But that keeps your price down because your shipping is not built into every one. Run Good Life, that's James. He's been opening a ton of Prism basketball. I know before that, I don't remember if he had a video, but he opened some of the Topps Holiday. He's been on a hot streak. He pulled a Zion 101 autograph. He pulled a Guerrero Jr. autograph numbered out of 10 out of Holiday. So he's been running pretty well. Near Mint Musings is newer, but I think a lot of you already follow him, Brent. He is also in Washington, which is where James is. But I believe he's a Mariners fan, also a Harmon Killebrew and Twins fan. Bearded Budget Box Breaker, it's a word, or that's a mouthful. He has been opening hockey, so if you like hockey and you like box openings, he's definitely one to check out. 502 Frank does a lot of box openings. He'll throw in, his mail days in there. He's been opening a lot of Prism basketball lately, so that's another thing, but I've been watching all of those. About the Cards is a weekly web show slash, it's like a podcast, but it's a web show. You can watch it on there, interact with the guys through YouTube. I mean, they're keeping an eye on the chat, so, there's plenty of interaction to be had. Antonelli baseball is an interesting one. He played in the majors briefly. Matt Antonelli. I found this channel by happenstance. It was on the main page, or like my main, YouTube page. He had opened a box of cards for the first time in like 10 or 15 years. A couple boxes. It was Chrome Update, and I can't remember what the other one was, but it was kind of fun to see that. And he has a few more card type videos on there. Kind of fun. B-Roth6 has been showing off some amazing Hank Greenberg cards that are part of his personal collection. I encourage you to check that out. Card Cutter, that channel's probably not going to be putting any new videos up for a while. Garrett serves in our military and is currently overseas, or under the sea, I believe. But he does a lot of TTM, Hall of Fame TTMs, just some awesome projects. Really fun to watch his. Christopher, I don't know if that's Hassan. I don't know that he follows me or he'll ever see this, but he's a Reds fan, and he's been posting a lot of Nick Senzel acquisitions, and that's been kind of fun to watch and see his collection grow. And the last one is Chris, CRT Sports Cards. He's got some videos where he opens some cases, and he's an eBay seller and stuff. He was big into Allen and Ginter and some other things early in the season, but lately he's gotten into T206 cards and does show those from time to time, that collection. So that's kind of fun, especially if you like the pre-war. But again, he'll do box openings. So this has been 4:30. I've been talking about that. Sorry about that. So right there you see Eddy's Baseball Autographs. That's his channel. And then you can see his Twitter handle. Eddy obviously does baseball autographs. And I believe these cards came from, he calls it a draft. Or it's called a draft. I can't remember the details off the top of my head. But check out his channel. And you can check him out. Thanks, Eddy, for these. Awesome. Just awesome. All right, so got so the cards that I won from his giveaway. So we have a Mark Wagner autograph on a, what is this? It's a Fleer. This is 82 Fleer. Not something I have a lot of, so I can't really remember what they are. So I tell you, on these, I'm not sure. They don't really fit into my collection either, but I know that over on Twitter, there are some guys that are doing, like, they try to do the autograph sets, and a lot of these 80 sets are popular for that. So I might keep an eye out for one of those guys and see if they need them for their sets and pass along the hobby love. 1981 Donruss Paul Mitchell. Is that the hair guy or something? Doesn't he have like hair care products? Not really sure. I don't have hair. I always wear a hat, so you don't know that. But yeah, I'm not quite bald as a cue ball, but pretty close. Dave LaRoche, which I found out when he was going through him and giving this away. I guess this is, I knew about him, like his pitch and the lob pitch, but apparently he is Adam and Andy LaRoche's dad. I was not aware of that, which is weird because they both played for the Pirates for a while, and I've watched a lot of Pirates games in my day. And the last one, I believe this is one that is was the gentleman's card he had sent. So this is Steve Mura. But I guess this is like a custom of his own that he sent back to whoever had requested the TTM. So that's kind of cool. So thank you, Eddy. I had actually messaged him because as he was flipping through cards, I noticed a couple that did fit into my collection that didn't end up being in a giveaway. I offered to purchase them or trade, and he just threw them in there instead. So as I continue to watch his channel, I'm going to find something, and he's going to get something in return sometime down the road. I got to find that envelope from him so I can stash his address. So the first one, schoolboy football legend J.R. House here in an Astros uniform. Schoolboy legend. If you don't know about J.R. House, just take a minute and go look him up. Quarterback, Nitro High School. Believe he was a senior in 1998 or 99. I can't remember which one it was. At Nitro High School in West Virginia, they played my alma mater, Morgantown High, in the state championship game. My friends and I drove up to Wheeling from Morgantown, and The dude was setting the world on fire. When he left, he broke, I believe the time Tim Couch had most of the high school passing records. He broke Tim Couch's, I want to say, completions, touchdowns, yardage. I believe when he graduated high school, he owned all of those. But he ended up having a little more success in baseball. He played baseball. I don't think he was progressing. I can't remember the timeline if he didn't progress as fast, but eventually he came back to WVU to play quarterback at WVU. That didn't work out, and then he went back to pro baseball, I believe, but I could be off on my timeline. But yeah, schoolboy wonder there. I mean, that offense, that was, I don't even know what to say. I mean, it was like 4 wide receivers, run and shoot. You're talking late 90s before all of this air raid. There were very few schools that did that. So, and actually I have had a friend, and his wife actually went to school and knew J.R. House. So back in the, early 2000s when he had some cards in product, minor league autographs and stuff, I was picking up stuff, and I just thought that was a cool little addition to add to my West Virginia Mountaineer collection. One more Mountaineer, but a baseball player, Steve Klein. A lot of y'all might know him. He had a pretty solid career, he started with the Indians, but was more well known for his time with the Cardinals. Very quirky. He also pitched for the Giants later, and has been, I don't know if he was last year, but I think for a few years prior to that, had been a pitching coach in their minor league system. I actually met Steve Klein when he was pitching for the Canton Akron Indians back in the day. I have a picture with him. Maybe someday I'll find that and show that, probably someday down the road when I show off my Steve Klein collection. But yeah, so that fits perfectly into my collection. And the final card, this is actually, I've seen a lot of these from guys on YouTube, bloggers, Twitter. But Eddy sent me an autographed card of himself. That is the first one of those I have from anyone. I got to get some of these made. I've actually contacted some people. I've got some ideas of what I'd like to do down the road, because I just think they're just so cool. They personalize things, and I see a lot of guys on YouTube's with their binders of these kind of cards, and or the business cards, and or the decoys that are people have written on, signed on, drawn on. I know people at the National will exchange those. So this is my first one. I've had some notes and some decoys, but never a card like this. So that will also go into my autograph collection. So anyway, thanks for taking a look. I'm definitely interested to know if you guys remember J.R. House as far as being a football player in high school, and if you do remember Steve Klein, because I actually, I guess I super collect Steve Klein, but I haven't really looked. I have a nice collection. Let's just go with that. I haven't really actively searched for years. So anyway, thanks again, Eddy. I appreciate it. I love the additions. Maybe down the road I'll be able to pass the first 4 on to somebody completing a set or something, and just pass on some of that hobby love. So anyway, again, thanks for checking it out. I hope everyone has a great evening. Happy collecting, y'all.